promise of Mr. Chidambaram. When he was in the seat of finance, he was taxing my toothpaste at 27%. When he was the finance minister, student loans, and let's see only home loans. Home loans, the EMI was about what? I think the interest was in May 2014 close to 10%. And in December 22 it is about 8%. So today if you take a loan, an education loan for 50 lakh rupees for a 20-year tenure, you as a family save 20,000 rupees. Is Mr. Chidambaram unhappy about it? Absolutely. These are the men and women in the opposition who, when they were in power, were pocketing that money.
Well, Ms. Smriti Irani, the question is also about the slashing of outlays for farmers. For example, the Kisan Samman Nidhi, the fact is that it is down, Manrega allocations are down, and the opposition charges the Modi Sarkar के 2022 में इनकम डबल होनी थी किसान की, वो तो हुआ नहीं, बाकी पैसे और छीन लिए और डीजल के दाम की मार वो अलग.
I think that the opposition possibly slept through the fact that there's been a pronouncement of 20 lakh crores for the agricultural credit fund, that they did not give enough emphasis to the fact that the Modi government, apart from the fact that you have ensured that technological needs of farming are met, has also put in money for organic farming, has also put in money for indigenous production of fertilizers. That the Modi government, when we talk about kick-starting the rural economy through millets, that is a facet that also impacts small farmers. When the Modi Sarkar talks about fisheries, that is an initiative that impacts, or animal husbandry for that matter, that also has a very, very expansive impact on the agrarian sector of our economy. The fact that there is a special provision for horticulture, possibly the opposition missed that.
Mr. Chidambaram also says by forcing people to go to the default new tax regime, you've taken away some of the provisions and exemptions that were there in the old tax regime, and you did this only because you wanted to popularize and mislead people into going into the new tax regime. How do you respond to that charge?
I think that Mr. Chidambaram has taken extreme exception to the transparency that has been brought about in our taxation systems. That he is taking exception not only to transparency but also taking exception to the fact the alacrity with which income tax needs of our country, men and women, have been met. The Prime Minister has in his presence heard the Finance Minister, as we have across the country, with regards to how many assessments happen per day, in what time period they happen, and they happen digitally without interference or interface, so that we can enhance ease of living of our taxpayers. That there are more and more kardatas who are doing so transparently, who are being awarded or supported or respected for fulfilling their tax obligations. This whole ecosystem, which has been not only at the fulcrum of transparency but also a greater partnership, so that the taxpayers' money is judiciously used for the needs of the nation, I think that is an issue with which the Congress definitely will take exception, because that is their Achilles heel.